Hi, and welcome to our Fantasy Football League Helper site. We have pulled together for you data from the leading football experts into a fun, interactive dashboards that will help you select the best players on your fantasy football team and hopefully win your league. Because nothing is more frustrating than having someone on your bench scoring a lot of points. So before we get into the dashboards, we'll go to the About page. You can navigate there at the top. On this page, we wanted to first go over the terminology so that even the newest of users can understand what is being displayed here. So we talk about expert consensus rankings, projected points, value over replacement, and points ranked. Our team who developed the site is Shane, Michelle, and David. So moving on, we'll go to the How to Use page to better understand how to use our site effectively. You can navigate to that at the top of the screen. These are the best practices in using our site because we want the newest of users to the most advanced users to get the most out of the experience and to make it a better one. So the topics covered are filtering, resetting, and hovering. And we will go through those as we go through the dashboards to better understand these hints and helpful techniques. So navigating to the first dashboard, looking at the first dashboard, this is the projected points and expert consensus rank graph. So on the left, you can see the player stats, their points rank, and what team they're playing on, and their expected points. On the right is the graph showing the same information with the range of points from those expert analysts. And then on the right is the filtering to help you find your players for the on the graph. So first I would like to start off by showing the hovering. So you can hover over first either the name. So as we hover over Tom Brady, you can see the highlighted in green point on the bottom right showing his expected point total of 20.7. Or you can hover over the point on the graph, and this player happens to be Alex Smith, and you can see on the left his team and point total, expected point total is highlighted also. So by using the graph visually, you can help find those players that would possibly give you the most points. Next, I would like to go to selecting and filtering. So we have by the position, the player, and the team. So in this, we have a helpful tip of near the player, you can go to the search function here. And so if we deselect the players and we go to the search, if we're looking for Tom Brady, we can just type in Tom and his name appears and we select him and he comes up on the graph. He's the only one selected. Say our second quarterback is Drew Brees. Let's type in Drew. Need to spell it correctly. Drew Brees. There he is. He's selected. And then he's on the graph also. So now we can see that hovering over, we can see Tom Brady is expected to have more points than Drew Brees, and there's quite not the consensus between the different analysts on the amount of points, so there's a wide range here. We could also, if we had a third quarterback, we could go over and select, say, Derek Carr, but we can search by the last name. That works as well. So we select, and he comes up as well. So he's up here, and again, highlighting on the left, the team and points rank for Derek Carr. So after we have these selected, say we wanted to move on to running backs, well, we can use either the unfilter button here, located by the player, or we can use the reset button down here at the bottom. So if you're just filtering within one area, this one is helpful. If you want to reset the entire page, you just click down here and you're back to the beginning. So moving on to our second dashboard, we can navigate to the top here. And this is our value over replacement, the advanced metric of value over replacement. This shows you the player as compared to an average replacement player. So an average replacement player would be shown at 0. Those worse than the player would be below here, and those better than that player would be above here. The insights this chart can show you, let's try to select the positions of running back and wide receiver, and we have those two positions and players up here. We can see that the wide receiver in yellow is a much flatter line than the running back, which is a much steeper line. That tells us that there's a higher value change in the running backs compared to wide receivers. So you may want to make sure that you start a higher ranked running back rather than receiver. You may not lose as many points on that. Also, this shows you that the ones higher on the curve here, higher above the curve, are more valuable compared to where they are ranked. So this is a good place to look for your players, or if somebody's sitting on the bench, they will be outperforming their peers. And so these are some of the insights you can gain from using our site, and I hope you enjoyed our demo.